It's your boy King Hustle. Yes, this is the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you will be the first one to be notified. You will be the first one to know what's going on. And hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all my YouTube channels. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hustle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways from those YouTube channels and the Twitch. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell so you won't miss out on nothing. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom in the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right. Got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there, so please get a FaceTime verification call or video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you're doing legit business and you are getting what you paid for, right? And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. Hey, let's get this thing started. Hey, what to do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members, and we are back at it again with the gems. Back at it again with the sauce. Back at it again with the information that's going to turn you into a boss. So you're tired of being a zero. You ready to be a family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen because you already know when I drop these videos, get them notifications. There's going to be some information that's going to help you win, keep you entertained, or keep you informed. So you know how we rocking like cutoff stockers over here. We back at it again with the new methods, the new scams, the new tactics, the new fraud, the new Ponzi schemes. There's a lot going on in the world today, and a lot of people are looking, or it's a lot of people getting into the scam and the fraud world. It's a lot of people that's looking to make fast cash. It's a lot of people that need to pay their bills, and this is the last resort that they have. So we're gonna be talking about a lot of new bank scams and bank methods is going on in today's world. That a lot of these scams are preventing the banks from doing anything because of the nature of the scam or the fraud. So these scammers and fraudsters are definitely getting more clever when it comes to doing methods, and these methods are definitely getting easier for anybody to do. So, with that being said, let's get into the gems. That's gonna keep you informed. All right. So, banks are the number one institution that where people can get money. Point blank. Period. Loans, credit cards, lines of credit, and banks hold your money. Right. So, people ever since COVID-19, people have been on the credit wave. People have been on the loans, credit cards, lines of credit, the business funding wave. Ever since COVID-19, because people have seen that you can get millions of dollars with a business. You can get a lot of money, right? So now everybody want to start a business. Everybody want to be an entrepreneur. Everybody want to, be in this world. So wherever there's money being made, there's going to be some type of scam or fraud being committed. And knowledge is power. It don't matter what knowledge it is. Having the knowledge on how to properly do something will leave you successful at whatever task that you want to do. So if you know how to properly get a loan, credit card, or line of credit, you know how to properly structure your credit profile into getting these things, you're going to have that person is going to have the knowledge on how to do those exact same things in a different way. Now, what sparked this credit wave and fraud wave is the PPP loan. People were rewarded millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars for their business, and a lot of people have fraudulent businesses. And people seeing that you can make a fraudulent business and get millions of dollars. So now everybody want a business, right? So bank methods. What are some bank methods that's going on that's allowing regular people, random people, almost anybody to do and receive revenue from it, right? So at the end of the day, when it comes to businesses, loans, credit cards, lines of credit, and things like that, everything is surrounded by identity, right? So fraudsters and scammers are starting to figure out that, okay, if you can literally start a business like this, right? All you need is information. So to start a business, you need a first name, last name, social security number. You need all this information. People are creating CPNs and pre-built CPNs, and a lot of people are utilizing pre-built CPNs to make fraudulent throwaway businesses in other people's name that has good credit already to be able to run the business credit up faster than if they were utilizing their own credit or somebody else's credit who doesn't have the credit profile, the credit score that they need. Because we all, when you learn business credit, and it's a lot of different factors. when you're building business credit and you want to get funded for your business, new small startup business and things like that, there are different factors. You can get funding utilizing your personal credit, or you can build your business credit from the ground up. So if you are somebody that starts a new business and you want to get a loan, you utilize your personal credit as a personal guarantor, you can get a $50,000, $100,000 loan fast with a new business just by utilizing that credit profile, your personal credit profile. And in today's world, they make it easier for people to establish businesses, get EIN numbers, get bank accounts, get loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. All these things can be established online. Even easier, a phone, because our phones are small computers, small devices that do the exact same things a computer does. You can open up a bank account online, you can apply for a loan online, a credit card online. You can do everything online. So if all it takes for somebody to go on the dark web and get these profiles, and now they got these different profiles and different numbers and different information with different credit scores, it's easy for a fraudster or a scammer to say, okay, I got this profile. I'm finna wherever this, I'm gonna start me a business utilizing this profile. So they go on the Secretary of State. They make up a crazy name for their business. They utilize that profile's information. So whatever name and information is on that profile that falls, that's the name and information that they're going to use. Then when they do that, they do everything, the whole steps to get your LLC. Now they got a real LLC. Then they get their EIN number. Now they got an EIN number. They go through the whole process to start up a business. Now, when it comes to actually getting a loan, credit card, or line of credit, a lot of people out there think it's just this myth. It's hard to get loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. No, it is not. Banks are giving out funding all the time because of people don't understand. The more loans that the banks give out, the more funding that the banks give out, they're making money, especially off the APR, the annual percentage rate. That's how banks make their money, by the APR. And if you have bad credit, you're going to have a higher APR, meaning that they're going to make more money off of you and your account that you have. So people figure out that, okay, you can, everything is based off documentations. So there are different type of business loans. You got credit cards, you got no doc loans, you got revenue based loans. Now a lot of people hear the word no doc loans and they want to jump up and try to, and when they hear no doc loans, they think, oh, I can start me a business and give me a $50,000 loan with no documentation. Just go in the bank and be like, hey, can I get this $50,000 loan? And they go get, it don't work like that. When they say $50,000 no doc loan, that means they're basically gonna go off the credit profile, your credit score on your business credit, which will determine if you get approved for that loan. Now, revenue based loans are loans that they go off documentations, meaning that whatever that you have on that documentation that you give, bank statements, um, and things like that, that's what you're going to get that's going to determine how much you get approved for. So many people who are uneducated about credit, they hear these no doc loans and that's what they go for. But fraudsters and scammers who are actually in this world, they hear revenue based loans, they say, oh, okay, I can go make me some documentations. I can make this documentation say I make $100,000 a month. You can make a documentation say anything that you want. And people are, and there's places out here that want you to. Now there are banks that, and this is why the scammers and the fraudsters do their research, because there are banks that will make you log into your business bank account and then there are to for them to check it, and then there are banks that don't require you to log into your business bank account. So people do their research, and when they do their research, they find what banks and what institutions work better for them to do different things. And like I said, wherever there's money being made, there's going to be some type of scam or fraud being committed, and this the government and these businesses and places is making it easier for the people to be able to do whatever that they need to do, which is making it easier for the scammers and the fraudsters to be able to commit these type of crimes, because the same way that the regular people are getting approved for loans, credit cards, and so on, the scammers are doing the exact same way, the exact same thing, the exact same way, just with fraudulent information. So These new bank and credit and business loan scams, credit card lines of credit is definitely becoming more popular because of the how easy it is for the fraudster or the scammer to complete the mission. Like you can do everything online, you on the phone. You don't got to go into the office, the branch, or none of that. Every email documentations, upload documentations. You can make documentations online, different places, dark web, get different documentation. So it's just a real crazy world that we live in. Real crazy world that we're living in right now. Scams and fraud have been up 600 to 800% since COVID-19. More people are in this world. More people are on a daily basis trying to learn how to do something that contains to fraud and scamming. And a lot of people, regular people, are learning these methods and making a lot of money with these methods. So it's just all about being more safe, being more cautious, and being more aware of what's going on out there in this real crazy world that we're living in. Like I tell you guys all the time, make sure you're getting your Northern Life Lock to monitor all your social media accounts and financial accounts to make sure no suspicious activity is going on. Make sure you guys are freezing all three of your credit bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, all three of your credit profiles to make sure nobody can get anything in your name, not even you if they froze. And make sure you guys are getting new credit card and debit card numbers every so often. We use them all day, every day. A lot of us have had the same card for years, and just imagine all the places that we use that card and all the databases that your card information is on, even out of state when we didn't travel and stuff. So there's always a database compromise, leaker hack that's going on, and to stay 10 steps ahead of the scammers and the fraudsters, get new credit card or debit card numbers every so often, because if you do, that old information will no longer be valid and you would have a fresh start to, you know, having your security and having keeping your card safe and your bank account safe, right? So make sure you guys are getting new make sure you guys are getting your Norton Life Lock. Make sure you guys are freezing your credit profiles, and make sure you guys are getting new debit and credit card numbers every so often to stay safe and stay aware of the crazy things that's going on in this crazy real world that we all living in. All right. So shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me keep going. Y'all motivate me keep dropping this sauce, and y'all motivate me keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all y'all. Excuse me. Anybody out there that's tired of being broke, because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime one-on-one limited gems or $1,000, but for limited time only. I'm doing it for 600. Yes, 600 Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the 600 is on your Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know your payment ready, and we'll go from there. All right. No screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yell me. Also, make sure y'all booking y'all seat on the webinars Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. 250, 10 seats available each one. Um, don't miss out on that. We have a lot of fun and get a lot of information in on the webinar. So make sure y'all book y'all seat. You want to join the webinar for the whole month. I do have a fee for that, so make sure you ask me about that. Make sure y'all book y'all seat on Crypto Tour and Personal Limit Gems. Make sure y'all book y'all seat on month long mentorship, $1,000. Make sure y'all checking out my vendor platforms on Telegram and the Potato App Me and their network. Still looking for people for the production companies. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit the all notification bell on my YouTube channels, my Twitches, IGs, and TikToks and Snapchat. Make sure y'all checking out the crypto world because it's changing people's lives. And make sure y'all getting in y'all fitting in with these load ups. All right. 120 and up, Cash App, Bitcoin payment. What's on your balance? Send me a screenshot. Let me know your payment ready. And we're gonna go from there. All right. And with that being said, it's your boy King Hustle. Y'all know how I get down in these videos. I'll see you at the next lesson video or live. Peace.